Hello! Today I'll imagine how the whole Fun in the Park Lego set would look like were it set in Heartlake. So I'll dollify the minifigures, animals and the little builds. BrickoMotion. The businesswoman gets a dark blue businessy looking attire, glasses and the minifigure's hair. A brown suitcase is not suited for Heartlake, so make it pink. And we have a stylish business lady. What is she doing here? Apparently, she's waiting for the bus, next to a tree, in which a squirrel lives. In case it isn't obvious, the squirrel isn't in the original set, I added it. The biker gets a black and green casual outfit, and a helmet that matches his shoes. Color matching details is very important. It's what separates Rarity from Applejack. The original bike is red, but I don't like red that much, so we'll change it. Now I just need to put him on the bike and he can cycle on. The hot dog vendor had to undergo the biggest transformation in this video because this torso piece was too good not to be used. And because female minidolls simply cannot pull off hairless hats, I gave her Emily Jones's hair. It's practical and nice. If you ignore the gender, this is a great dollification. The hot dog cart is fine for use with minidolls, but the yellow umbrella has to go. It's time for some magenta highlights. And I'll put some salad here as well. Minidolls eat hot dogs with salad, that's a fact. The dolls can't hold on to the cart, but they can push it. For this boy and a few other characters, I cheated a bit. I switched some of their parts between them so they'd be easier to dollify. I realize this is not a perfect dollification. Neither the height nor the clothes match, but they're both young boys, so I got that going for me. I'll also point out how much superior this mini-doll cap is to the minifigure one. You can even put a bow in it or make it look like it's on fire. The boy's riding on a merry-go-round. Round, round. Which handles are too short for the mini-dolls. So, magenta highlights! Mini-dolls love them and so do I. Especially if they even have a practical purpose. Like here. The 1x2 plates lift the handles just enough for the minidolls to safely enjoy spinning on the merry-go-round. Safely round, safely round. The wheelchair guy is a weird name, but it's not like the businesswoman is any better, so we'll roll with it. I used the blue hat rather than the grey one for the sake of color matching and to brighten the outfit. The wheelchair can be used with a mini-doll, but only for sitting in it. They are even fairly secure in it. I mean, as mini-doll sitting goes. The standard is not that high. If you want a mini-doll to lend a helping hand by pushing the chair, this can hardly count as a success. So this would be a better option. Just pretend it's working. This finishes the first out of 3 instruction booklets. I've recreated this whole scene so we can better see the similarities and differences. Now we move on to booklet number 2. The friendly grandma gets a bluish vest, roundish glasses and the hair from the minifig. The face could use a few wrinkles and maybe a skirt would be more fitting, but I'm satisfied with the result. She gets pink flowers and the bench. The bench is a good bench, but it has studs. Minidolls don't like to sit on studs, so I'll replace the plate with a tile. And since I'm already making some adjustments, why not add a bit of color as well? Perfect. And there's even enough room on the bench for Grandpa. Oops, oh well. The mini-doll version of him likes to keep fit and doesn't have glasses or a mustache. I strongly dislike this helmet-like hair, so I used a more realistic looking one. Not a great success, but not a failure either. Put him next to his wife, so we can move on to the little girl. She gets a blue skirt and a pink shirt. The original hair is not one of my favorites, so I'll use cut Andrea's hair instead. Well, at least I got the colors right on this one. The second little boy wears dark blue shorts, a white red shirt, and the hair from the minifigure. I'm really pleased with this doll, which is kind of a shame because I desperately wanted to use this torso for this dollification. The compromises I make for the sake of accuracy. The boy and girl play football, or soccer as some people like to call it. I don't care either way. Magenta highlights time! I'm just going to plant some flowers around the goalpost. This would not be possible in the real world. But in the Lego world, flowers are much more resilient, so this is fine. And it brightens up the playing field. The painter needed some small color adjustments to get a craft-oriented overall. Since this is a fairly common hairpiece, the minifigure gets to keep hers. For now. I think this is just a nice looking mini doll. She'll need a fence to paint, a bucket for the paint, make it pink. There is no pink bucket. Magenta? Sorry, no. Boring. Yeah, but I'll put some painted bucket and magenta highlights as a couple of flowers on the other side of the fence. Looking good! With the painter finished, we can recreate the scene from the second instruction booklet. In real life, these scenes take a lot of time to set up, but the magic of editing allows us to skip the boring parts. On to the last booklet. The gardener is another overall wearer, and as such, had to agree to some color compromises. I used a slightly different hair mold because it has a hole for a pin. So, if she wanted to place a bow or a crown on it, she could. Overall, this turned out to be a great doll. The lawnmower provided in the set is red. I wanted to change that, but to find a nice color in which both of these parts are available to me has proven to be impossible. I'll just exchange the handle so the mini doll can actually use it. The dad wears dark blue pants, a shirt whose color we'll just have to ignore, a beard, and this great hairstyle. I think nothing more needs to be said. In the park, he's pushing a stroller. It's all black and grey. What are we, in a black and white movie? This needs some color. Also, the mini dolls can't hold onto these handles, so I redesigned the whole stroller to this. Of course it has magenta highlights! If you think I'm overdoing it with the magenta today, you might be right. So, we can make it blue! And now for the baby itself. It's still just the most adorable thing Lego has ever produced. Unfortunately, it's also undollifiable. I mean, I could exchange the cute little head for a mini doll one, but that's just going to give me nightmares. The best I can do is use this microfigure. And now for the test. The baby still fits in there, and the stroller can be pushed by a mini doll. So, success! The mom has a blue skirt, a purple shirt, a loving smile, and I'll let her borrow my hair. She also gets the baby bottle, so there is no confusion as to who she is. This is one of those mini dolls that I just like the look of. Next to her in the park is this picnic table. It's brown and boring. The studs on the benches and the height difference of the bench and the table don't allow the mini dolls to sit. This means I'll definitely need to make a new table. I'll keep brown as the main color and the grey for the frame, but I'll add a bit of medium nougat just to make it pop a bit. Notice the change differences in height, so a mini doll can now sit easily and have a picnic. The food provided for the minifigures is nice, but I'll make the basket pink. Yay! Thank you! You're welcome. The apple green. And I have to address the glaring absence of cupcakes. Make it blue. And it's time for a snack. The second girl and the last person in this set wears a purple skirt, a hoodie, some freckles, and a bright yellow hairpiece. She looks so cute and almost accurate. Apparently, she came to the park, which is next to a forest, with her dog. This is a great dog, but you already know I'm going to replace him with Scooby-Doo. No, I'm just kidding. I'll use this adorable, sweet little bundle of cuteness. A perfect match for our cute little girl. But I'm not done. This tree also needs to come with its own woodland creature. This time I chose a hedgehog. Squirrel! Woof, 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 woof. And with that, the last scene is complete. It might even be my favorite. I had a lot of fun dollifying this whole set, and there are definitely more dollify videos coming, but now I really need my hair back. And you're going to be sorted now anyways. No. Please? Okay. Thank you. Bye bye!